Meanwhile, we have more breaking news which is coming in. Well, amid the heightened diplomatic activities ahead of the proposed US-Iran talks in Islamabad, you have Jiang Zaidong, who has met Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister, Mohammad Ishaq. In fact, the discussions have focused on the evolving regional situation, with China expressing strong support for Pakistan's efforts to facilitate dialogue between the United States and Iran in pursuit of peace and stability. Now, during the meeting, both the sides also reaffirmed the Pakistan-China all-weather strategic cooperative partnership, highlighting the depth of bilateral ties and the importance of continued high-level engagement between the two countries, Pakistan and Islamabad. Pakistan and China, I beg your pardon. Srinjoy Chaudhary, why should this be alarming for India? We already know the all-weather friendship that the two nations share, but especially at a time like this friendship getting stronger.
Yes, the friendship is also stretched a little bit, because here is Pakistan trying to make peace between Iran and America. And America has requested Pakistan to do it. We all know about the lunch that Trump had with the Pakistani general. Now the question is, the blockade that the Americans have placed on Iranian ports, which country is hurt the most? China, because China depends on Iranian oil and Iran depends on Chinese manufactured goods. Now this has been blocked by the Americans, and the Americans are the people who have asked Pakistan to try and make peace between them and the Iranians. So naturally they have a lot to talk about, because China's dependence on Iranian oil is very well known. It's got to such an extent that because of this blockade, the Russians are coming forward and saying, okay, we'll give you the oil. So at this point, the world's factory needs oil, and it needs, ideally, the blockade to be lifted.
Absolutely. In fact, that brings me to the next big breaking. Srinjoy, I request you to stay with us. Next big breaking that we are getting for you, the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, is working on an evaluation, or rather an evacuation plan for hundreds of ships that have been stuck in the Strait of Hormuz, to ensure that there is a safe passage which is being built for them since US and Israel war on Iran has begun. Now, this is what is being reported in several of the international media, that the IMO is planning evacuation of the stranded ships. Many of them have been stranded for many weeks now. Hundreds of them are stuck in Hormuz. UN agency is working for a safe package. Srinjoy, how many ships? Can you give us a sense of how many ships are stranded, since when, and what is the possible safe passage that the UN body can ensure?
First of all these ships were in all these ports in the Persian Gulf. Now, Kuwait's, Saudi Arabia's, UAE's, Bahrain's, and so on, Iraq's, and so on. That's a lot of ports, a lot of countries, and a lot of ships, several hundred, as you rightly said. Now, what can the IMO do? How can they get all these ships out? The best way to do it is to tell all the warring parties not to fire at all the ships that are going out. Now, is this something Iran will be ready to accept? Because let's face it, let's look at the worst possible situation. One big tanker is going out and it's hit by an anti-ship missile. The tanker not only flounders at the mouth of the Hormuz, it also spills tons and tons and tons of crude oil. So it basically blocks the Hormuz, creates an environmental catastrophe, and makes life difficult for everyone. Now, that is a potential danger. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's hope the IMO's efforts actually succeed.
Well, absolutely. There are some rough estimates which are saying from 600 to even 3,000 ships and their passages have been obstructed due to this war. Not all of them are there around the Strait of Hormuz, but their passages have been obstructed, and the number of ships could go up to thousands as well. Srinjoy Chaudhary, thank you so much for joining us with all those war updates. Is it going to be war? Is it going to be peace? But the world still awaits. Without a short break, stay tuned.